What's going on, everybody? Got to buckle up. This is BucosLocker. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos, and don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you all the videos that's posted on this channel. Shouts out to the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Thank you for supporting the channel. Shouts out to everybody in the Bucs family. Whether you like me or not, agree to disagree, it's all love, it's all family. Get out your feelings. We on the same ship, trust me. All right, let's get it. DSG, what's up? Buck Gang 101, Buccaneers for life, Red, Nocturnal, Hank, Sky, Brent, Jeffrey, Clutch Sports. You know what I'm saying? First down, CJ. First down, I don't hear it. Anyway, got some good news. You know what I'm saying? Good news. We got Florida Boy. What up? St. Pete, the Bird. We got our 53-man roster finalized. Stay tuned for the schedule prediction. Y'all gonna like that one. Trust me, y'all gonna like that. I think y'all like it. I think y'all like that video. I mean, when I make the video, I'm a game-by-game breakdown. It's gonna be fire. Some live interaction. You know what I'm saying? But now that we got everything out the way. What up, Jamie? We got everything out the way. You know what I'm saying? All the speculation on who gonna make the roster. King Cook. Wild Out Wednesday today. We had a long video a couple days ago. 5 hours and some change. Great discussion about a lot of stuff from top to bottom. We covered a lot of stuff. And then it came down to now it's who gonna make the roster. I made my roster predictions in the video, so you can go back and check that out. So my score, I got 46 out of 53 right. I went for the jugular. I didn't be conservative like some people. I went for the what up, Al? I took a chance. I got 46 out of 53 right, 86%. That's still good. That's a B. I got a B on my roster prediction. That's good. I passed. And like I said, I went against the grain on some picks. I didn't have Scotty Miller making the team. I didn't have Perriman making the team. I didn't have NASA making the team. You know, I had Robinson making the team. You know, I didn't have Walton making the team. I had Grant Stewart making the team. You know, I had Giovanni Bernard being cut. So I took a chance. Scared money don't make money. But yeah. So anybody surprised with the roster, final roster? Pretty much, you know. I know a lot of people talking about the Tyler Johnson. What up, Neil? Al? A lot of people talking about the Tyler Johnson being cut and the Tompkins being cut. You know, Ryan Griffin being cut. The reason why let's break it down. We'll break it down. I'm gonna get it on the road. We're gonna break this down. We're gonna have a conversation about that. So Cal Trask made the roster, so he get to dress, I guess, some sort of way, you know. But he's finally made the roster. He beat out Ryan Griffin. That ain't saying much. But I'm kind of over the Cal Trask situation because, you know, as a second round pick and you're a third string. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's not. I mean, congratulations, but that's not what you want out of your second round pick. You know, and I told y'all, if he don't make the roster, that's a red flag. And I meant what I said. You know, but I say a red flag based on the position he was picked in. Second round pick. He was the last pick. Well, he technically, you know, he was third round pick. No. He was a second round pick. That's what the facts is. I don't care how you feel, and he was drafted in the last pick of the second round, so technically, he can be considered a third rounder. No. He's a second round pick as a third string quarterback. That's a red flag for me. So I'm kind of over that situation until proven otherwise. Giovanni Bernard made the team. I still don't understand that. He's hurt all the time. He's always nicked up, and I don't see where are you going with Giovanni Bernard. I don't get that one. You could have got another back. You could have got Marlon Mack. There's some other backs you could have got from the waiver wire. That'll be more durable than Giovanni Bernard. So, and then the receivers, which everybody's talking about, as far as who made the team. A lot of people talking about that. A lot of people surprised. I ain't mad. It is what it is. I know why the Bucs did it. I had a suspicion that they would do it, but I went against the grain. And the reason why Scotty Miller made the team along with Rashard Perriman was because of special teams value. And I get it. I totally get it from a roster's perspective. Your fifth and sixth receiver gotta play special teams or they're not dressing. You know what I'm saying? So Todd Bowles came out and said the reason why Tyler Johnson didn't make it, Thomas didn't make it, special teams. So I get it. That's the coach. Todd Bowles is the coach, and he made the decision to cut the guys. I wish Tyler Johnson well. I wish Tompkins well. Hopefully go on the practice squad. Tyler Johnson got picked up by the Texans. Not a surprise. Somebody's gonna pick him up. He not garbage. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty decent. He's pretty much solid around the board. Not great speed. Got some good hands. Decent hands. Runs routes pretty. And he's solid. Solid around the board. Ain't nothing elite about Tyler Johnson. But he gets a chance in the Texans, Houston Texans. He's gonna get playing time automatically. He's gonna get a lot of playing time. But you got Davis Mills throwing him in the ball. So we'll see what Tyler Johnson do. Because there will be some comparison, like if Tyler Johnson goes out there and have a breakout season, and he does better than Russell Gage or he does better than Julio Jones, then folks gonna be like, see, we could have had Tyler Johnson. I get it, right? I get it. So I hope he does well. I really do. I hope Tyler Johnson does well. I really do. I'm rooting for the guy. I'm rooting for the. That wasn't me. I had to look. I'm rooting for the guy. Wish him well. I didn't, it doesn't matter what I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't agree with it, but it doesn't matter. That was just my opinion about Scotty Miller and Rashard Perriman. Like I said, on my list, I didn't have them making the team. But like I said, I get why they made the team. I get it. I totally get it. So I ain't mad at it. Just that. Special teams, right? It came down to special teams, and there's nothing you can't get mad at that. To be honest with you, I mean, you got to understand the explanation. Todd Bowles broke it down. I ain't mad. I'm not tripping about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, this season, man, you really can't get too much stock and tripping out on things that happens because you got to understand the reason why it happened. Now, you want to talk about it from a discussion perspective, yeah, you know what I'm saying, but that's just what it is. It's just one of those discussion topics. So, shout out to Scotty Miller, shout out to Rashard Perriman. They made the team. Scotty Miller was nervous. I know he was. I bet he was nervous. I know he was. He was like, man, am I gonna make the team? But hopefully Tompkins and Geiger and Stearns get in the practice squad. Like I said, 16 guys on the practice squad, 10 guys, that's not vested, and then you got 6 that's vested. So I don't know how many guys that's going to be like veterans that's going to accept practice squad roles, but it is what it is. So shout out to Scotty Miller. You still, if you don't do good, I'm gonna have you walking the plank along with Rashard Perriman. So that you're not exempt from walking the plank just because you made the team. Anybody that does something bad at any given Sunday or Monday or Thursday, you walking the plank. Period. I don't care who you is. So they're not exempt, but congratulations for making the team by the hair of your chin. Because if Tyler Johnson had any skills on the special team side, one of y'all would have been cut. And I know a lot of people kind of like, I see a lot of people upset Scotty Miller made the team, and I understand, I get it from a production standpoint in preseason. He didn't do anything of substance in preseason at all. He literally didn't do anything. He ran down special teams, punt return, the gunner and all that stuff like that. And then offensively, he didn't do anything. Those other guys outshined him, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. We all saw it, right? We saw the reports. We saw the joint practices, the clips of the joint practices. We saw the reports from training camp. Those guys outshined him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, pretty clear. So, like I said, the only reason why he made it was because of special teams. Because for me to sit here and say he made it because he can play a receiver really good, he's in the NFL, so obviously he's decent, he's good. But as far as what does your eyes tell you, come on, man. He didn't make that team based on his receiving. Let's keep that 100, right? Let's keep that 1,000. But he made the team. You know what I'm saying? And Rashad Perriman, he was pretty much hurt the whole camp. You know what I'm saying? He was hurt the whole camp pretty much, and he still made the team. So it's like, what? So I am gonna do a comparison. During the season, I am gonna see what Tyler Johnson does versus Scotty Miller and Rashad Perriman. It is what it is, right? But I am gonna keep track of this, like I always keep track of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I am gonna keep track of what Tyler Johnson does versus Rashad Perriman and Scotty Miller. So I wouldn't be surprised Tyler Johnson has a better season than both of them individually, or both of them combined. He might have more catches than them combined, and more yards combined. Tyler Johnson might be that dude in Texas because he's going to get a lot of opportunity, clearly, because Texas need receivers. And he just needed the opportunity. Barry under Julio Jones and Russell Gage didn't help. Now, I will say this. If they didn't sign Julio Jones or Russell Gage, Tyler Johnson would have made the team. So, in a nutshell, former Falcons took Tyler Johnson's spot. Let's be real. Both of the Falcons guys took his spot. You know what I'm saying? And that's unfortunate. That's the name of the game. You know what I'm saying? They going with proven commodities versus kind of unknown. Tyler Johnson's not totally unknown, but he's okay. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. It's crazy though. It's crazy how Falcons took a Buck spot. Because I don't consider Gage and Julio Jones a Falcon. A Buck. They only gonna be here for 1 or 2 years apiece. You know what I'm saying? Julio here for 1 year basically. Russell Gage maybe 2 at the most. But they weren't drafted by the Bucs. So to me, when you're not drafted by the Tampa Bay Bucs, you're not a true Buck. You own the team, but if you're not drafted, I always go to the root of the player. Where were you drafted at? Where were you established at? Where'd you grow? Where'd you grow at? So Julio Jones and Russell Gage will always be Falcons, no matter how you spend. I didn't take a look at the practice squad people yet, but I see some people talking about it in the what's up, Grislow? Talking about it in the chat, saying Devin Tompkins made the practice squad. Who else made the practice squad? I didn't take a look at the practice squad yet. Some people saying, that was a Tom Brady decision right there. He chose Scotty Miller over Tyler Johnson and Rashad Perriman, right? Like I said, Brady does play a factor. They gotta run it by him. He's the assistant head coach, the assistant OC, and the assistant GM. So you gotta run it by him. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a buck. You gotta run things by Brady. You just can't do what you want to do as a Bucs front office. You just can't do it. Now, because they're not Bill Belichick. See, Belichick didn't care. Brady's Brady. To Belichick, Brady is just a player. But to the Tampa Bay Bucs, Brady is more than just a player. He helps with the decision making. If he wants a certain player, if he likes a certain thing a certain way, practice a certain way, blah 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 blah. So Brady has a lot of leeway, control in Tampa. People don't want to believe it, but he does. He has a heavy influence on how the Bucs move. What up, Football 12? Jonathan, Chop Beats. He has a lot of influence on the roster, how it's constructed. Now, I don't know about the draft, but as far as just free agents, because he did it in 2020. called everybody up, called the Super Friends up. Maybe for that, he called them up. Everybody came, right? So, and 2021, a little turnover. Then this year, he called up. Rudolph and Jones and Gage. You know what I'm saying? Like Hakeem Hicks, called them up. They all came. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, the practice squad is Gerard Avery, Dylan Cook, Gardner, Geiger, Mike Green, Logan Ryan, JJ Howland, Patrick Nard, Jonathan McCollin, William Pribling, JJ Russell, Dietrich Sanat, Devin Compton, and Nolan Turner. So the guys that I had making the roster, they're on the practice squad. So I had Gardner I had making the team. I had Green making the team. They kept him. And Tompkins. So 3 of the guys I had making the team made it to the practice squad. Hey, I see the talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see the talent. Like, look, they didn't make the team, but they made the practice squad. So that should let you know right now. I do know a little something. So I got 46 out of 53. And if you add those 3 guys on the practice squad, 49 out of 53 guys still affiliated with the Bucs. 46 on the regular squad, and then 3 on the practice squad. 3 of them guys, I told you, those 3 guys, I pointed them out. Tompkins, Green, yeah, man. I did that. I called it. Those 3 guys was decent, man. You gotta find a way to keep them. You know what I'm saying? And Gardner, as far as where they at. You know what I'm saying? But not a lot. What I did notice, the guys that did not get picked up on the practice squad, the guys that did not make the roster and didn't get picked up on practice squads or clear waivers. Tyler Johnson did, but he got picked up by the Texans. Is there anybody else that was on the Bucs team, Bucs roster during preseason that got picked up by another team? I'm gonna put y'all to the test here. Is there anybody else that was on the Bucs roster all preseason outside of Tyler Johnson? Did they get picked up by somebody? Think about that, folks. Because all these teams making the wheeling and dealing, they picking up guys from this team and they picking up guys from this team. They didn't. Where did those guys go that was on the Bucs? Did they go to other teams? Have y'all been tracking that? Have y'all been tracking that? Who outside of the guys that made the roster and the guys that made the practice squad for the Bucs, where everybody else at? Did anybody else get picked up? Because remember, if you got some pieces on your roster, teams gonna snatch it up. And a couple teams, 7 Jets that got picked up through waivers by other teams. 7. Some teams picked up 4 Bills that was on the roster that got cut. 4 teams picked up 4 guys from the Bills. 7 guys from the Jets got picked up from other teams. So that should let you know, like, hey, they got some talent. Or remember we talked about our backups in preseason. Like, wasn't great. It was very slim picking. Remember, we're very top heavy. Like I say, top 30 heavy. Say top 25, top 27 heavy as our roster. Once you go past the top of the roster and a couple guys after that, once you start getting to player number 30, 35, 40, that's when it gets a little scarce there, because it's like we kind of weak in the back, on the back end. Like, if we had to count on some of them guys to produce, we gonna struggle a little bit, right? Because it's a drop off. It's a reason why they're not starters. So just understand how that works as a roster. I ain't talking about top 5, top 10, first 22. I'm talking about top 5, top 10, 53. It's a difference. Don't get it mixed up. Don't be focused on the first 22, 53. But yeah. Oh, Grant Stewart got traded. Yep, Grant Stewart got traded to the Colts. And the Bucs felt like, the replacement was Fatukasi. Ole Futukasi, 03, replaced Grant Stewart on special teams, pretty much. So there you have it. I got that one right. That's the one I got right. As far as like out the blue, like kind of like out off the wall, But Grant Stewart replaced, got traded. It is what it is. Shouts out to Grant Stewart. Appreciate your time on the Bucs. Thank you for your contributions to the team. Your energy, your special teams play. It'll be missed. We definitely will miss you on special teams. Trust me. Now, hopefully, 03, Fatukasi can take your place and pick up that special teams energy and make some tackles on special teams. But that's what Grant Stewart did. He was making tackles. So we're definitely gonna see what's up with that. What's happening? What else? That's pretty much about it as far as the roster. I don't. In other news, a brief intermission. O.J. Howard got cut by the Bills. Rojo made the Chiefs roster by the hair of his chin. O.J. Howard is going to get signed by the Bengals, so he getting another shot. Number 3, Bucs, Bills, now the Bengals. It's what happens with first-round picks. Alex Leatherwood got claimed by the Bears. Jalen Reagor got traded to the Vikings. First-round picks. You're going to get multiple chances because they see some talent there, and then we can bring it out of them. Jalen Reagor got traded to the Vikings. And remember now, the Philadelphia Eagles drafted Reagor over Justin Jefferson because the next pick, Justin Jefferson, got picked by the Vikings. So they went back to back. And what do you know? What the irony? Both of them on the same team, and they both went back to back in the draft class a couple years ago. Reagor went first, and Justin Jefferson, and the Eagles ended up with both of them. Shout out to Howie Roseman. Now that's a GM right there. He making some real moves. Now, the Eagles got some guys, and they got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He got traded, which is a big thumbs up for the Bucs. Subtraction helps the Bucs because he was a menace. He was a pest. Let's be real. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was a problem when the Bucs played the Saints. He just was, because he in that slot. He know the cover. He aggressive. Intercept the balls. He defends well, and he gave us some issues. Gave Tom Brady issues in that slot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he gone. I am glad he gone because he is a headache. Some guys you just don't like, but you got to give credit where it's due. He ain't sorry at all. He's not sorry at all. And I'm not being a Gator bias. That dude is good. Now, I don't know what he's going to do in Philly. I don't know where they're going to have him at. Are they going to have him at safety, slot corner, or cornerback? He wanted to get paid like a safety, but he don't play safety. So maybe they move him to the safety. They got rid of Anthony Harris, former Viking safety, which I thought he was decent at the Vikings. I don't know what happened with Philadelphia, but maybe Chauncey will play safety now. But I am happy he's gone from the Saints. Makes them weaker. Them losing that guy makes them weaker. I don't care what they say. Yeah, I know they got a deep secondary. I know, I get it. But you can't lose a guy like that. Unfortunately, they couldn't pay him. That's what happens when you got a lot of guys at a position and you can't afford them. And that's what's going to happen to the Bucs with Murphy Bunting, Edwards, and Jamel Dean. We're going to lose maybe one or two of those guys. So, but the Saints were prepared. I would say that. They drafted Lavonte Taylor. I'm talking football. We're just talking football now. They did draft Lavonte Taylor. And plus, you always got to pay attention to the division. Always pay attention to what's going on in your division. I don't care if you don't like the team. Always pay attention to what's going on in your division. Study the NFC South and how they moving and what they doing. Because if you don't, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not paying attention to the other teams in your division. You focus on your team first, then you focus on your division, and then you can talk about, things outside your division. You know what I'm saying? But always focus on your team and your division, most importantly. So Saints losing Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, huge. But they got a lot of guys in the secondary. They paid Matthew. They paid Marcus May. Go Gators. And there's no way they could have paid Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. They couldn't pay him. But they paid Taysom Hill, though. Saints, what? Mickey Loomis, what you doing? You paid Taysom Hill, but you didn't want to pay Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. What we doing here? Beat. Yeah! Woo! You ain't got him no more, but you paid Taysom Hill, though. What's wrong with the Saints? How you gonna pay Taysom Hill and don't pay Chauncey Gardner-Johnson? Who's the better player? I'm going with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. But I'm happy though he's gone. I'm gonna keep saying that too. Wish him well at the Eagles though. Because he's a Gator. I always follow the Gators. You know what I'm saying. I want him to do well. You know what I'm saying. Kyle Trask, tighten up, man. But yeah. So Saints secondary. They weaker, but they still strong at the same time because they got depth. They got let's see, Marshawn Lattimore and Paulson Adebo, right? Starters. And they got Bradley Roby, not a bad guy, not a bad third corner, right? Then they got P.J. Williams that can play slot, corner, safety, who injured Chris Godwin. Yeah, P.J. Williams, you going low to the knee instead of to the stomach or to the hips. You want to go to the knee. Legal hit, but dirty at the same time, right? Maybe because I guess that was payback because of Devin White tackling Winston. I don't know. It was like an eye for an eye type situation. They got Lavonte Taylor, right? Lavonte Taylor, they picked him up in the second round. So if you look at it, them drafting Lavonte Taylor and trading Chauncey Gardner-Johnson makes sense. The Saints thought ahead. The Saints knew they couldn't pay him anyway. They tried, probably wanted to give him like a $25, $26 million 3-year deal or something like that. I think CJ wanted Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I think he wanted like $40 million, and they was like, hell no. That's just me talking football talk, money talk. So I think he wanted to get safety money, and the Saints didn't view him as a safety. They viewed him as a slot corner. If you look at the slot corners, the top guys, they're not getting paid $40 million. It's about $20 to like $30 million, right up in there. And he wanted a lot, and you ain't getting it. So business. It's a business out there. You know what I'm saying? It's a business. He said soul for soul. Oh, that's what we're doing. Soul for soul. So we take White take out Winston, and then P.J. Williams take out Godwin. Okay, now that's what we're doing. Okay. Dirty, ain't y'all? Okay, eye for an eye. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? At least we turned out good. Nothing. I don't like to wish injury on nobody. Shame on you, Devin White. Shame on you, P.J. Williams. Them dirty hits or them dirty tackles, whatever you want to call it. I don't condemn that. Targets. Sometimes you got to target something else. But that's still the team that we got to worry about in our division. But like I said, it's a big blow. It's a big blow to them. But they should be okay as far as secondary wise. Because like I said, they got a lot of guys. They got 5 cornerbacks. They got Justin Evans. They got Justin Evans. You know what I'm saying? And they got Daniel Sorensen. I hope he starts. He always getting burnt, so hopefully they ain't got to play that dude. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Saints got some issues too now. Trevor Penning got a toe injury and a Lisfranc injury, a turf toe injury. Not Lisfranc, but turf toe. That's going to keep him out probably about 6 weeks. And you lost Gardner-Johnson. The strong get weaker. That's good. The Saints are weaker. As of right now, the Saints are weaker. It might not be a huge like blow to the team, but losing Penning and Gardner-Johnson, losing Penning to injury and Gardner-Johnson, that kind of make y'all shrink a little bit. Like as far as, let's just say if you had them at an 85 as a team overall. Well, losing those two, one for injury and one for trade, probably like an 80 now. Because they say Trevor Penning was on his way to probably starting at some point. but he got hurt, and then you trade a decent slot guy, so slot corner. So, but overall, they still got a strong roster. You know what I'm saying? I give them that. Remember, folks, I'm talking football, so get out your feelings. I'm just talking football. I'm not worried about the Falcons. I'm not worried about the Panthers. Relevant. I can still talk about them. I will, but that's not the team that we got to beat. Those teams we ain't got to beat them. We already know those are 4 wins already. We're 4-0 already going into the season, playing those 2 teams, right? But the Saints are still the team that we got to beat. Regardless of what the media says, I'm going by what my eyes tell me. The Saints are the team we got to beat. I don't care about the Falcons. I don't care about the Panthers. In our division, I don't care what the media says. I don't care what the media tells y'all or try to convince y'all it's us and everybody. No, that is not the truth. That is not the truth at all. And if you've been watching the last 8 games, 1-7, and the media got the nerve to say it's the Bucs and everybody else. Some of y'all might believe that too. Some of y'all probably believe, we Saints don't matter. That's fine. But are you saying that with true intentions of you really believe that? So you're going to overlook the history of the last couple years and still tell yourself that the Saints ain't nothing when they are clearly beating us up? I gotta bring you back to reality. That's delusional talk. You're convincing yourself a false reality. I wish we were 7-1 against the Saints. But when you walk out the door, when you wake up, you're in reality, right? You gotta wake up. I don't care what. That's why I don't listen to the media. A lot of the media, they live in a fantasy world because of they like a certain player or I don't like that team. But what does reality tell you? Facts over feelings. Possibility versus probability. What? You can't get around that. And much as I don't like to talk about it, but it's a talking point because we know, as a lot of us Bucs fans do know, we got to beat the Saints this year, at least one time. Once again, I'm not worried about the Falcons and the Carolina Kitty Cats. They are irrelevant as far as like a threat. They're not a threat. The only team in our division that's a threat is the Saints. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at Bruce Arians and Dort Cutter, Todd Bowles. Don't get mad at me. I'm just giving you facts. I know it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It stings on it. I know it. Trust me, it stings me to talk about this, but I just got to give you the raw, uncut truth. Hashtag don't get mad at me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. As soon as the Bucs start beating the Saints, I'll have something to come back with. You know what I'm saying? Consistently, right? But this year gonna be different. I said it last year. I'm gonna say it again this year. But hopefully we do a better job. We do a better job in the regular season. Because it's hard. It's not a rivalry until you make it a rivalry. Like, the Saints don't view the Bucs as a rivalry, right? And I know we try to make it seem like it's a rivalry, but let's be real. It's not a rivalry because they are leading the overall series. And then, like I said, you go back the last 8 games, we only beat them one time. Yes, the game that we beat them, it mattered. I get that part. I'm with you. We got the Super Bowl 2020. It mattered. I got you. But the fact still remains. We're 1-7 in the last 8 games, and the Saints are leading the overall series. There's no tap dancing around that. Well, we beat them when it matters. I get that. I'm with you. Trust me. I'm with you. But at the end of the day, they've been dominating us. And that's not a rivalry. That's not a rivalry. Trust me, I get it. We got more Super Bowls than them. 2-1. Trust me. But we can't claim a rivalry when it's not really a rivalry. When one team is dominating the other team. That's not a rivalry. So the Bucs got to do better. Todd Bowles got to do better. If anything Todd Bowles do this season outside the Super Bowl, get into the Super Bowl, Super Bowl bust, hashtag, beat the Saints one time. He do those two things. Oh, ring of honor. Ring of honor. He get to the Super Bowl and win and beat the Saints one time. If Bruce Arians can get in there with no wins over this, or he beat the Saints one time in the playoffs. I'm just saying, if you can beat the Saints, and especially if you beat them 2 times, especially if you beat the Saints 2 times this year and get to the Super Bowl, ring of honor. If Arians can get in like that, Todd Bowles can get in there too. Am I lying? Can we agree with that? That means he done beat the Saints twice and got a Super Bowl? Been here since 2019? Oh, he's going in the ring of honor. That is a fact. That is a fact. Todd Bowles is going in the ring of honor if he beat the Saints and gets the Super Bowl. Whether he beat the Saints one time or he sweep. Or if we play him 3 times in the season, right? Possibility, right? Possibility versus probability, right? And what if we play the Saints 3 times this season? Twice in the regular season we beat them, and then we beat them again in the playoffs. If Todd Bowles do that, he is going to the ring of honor. I don't care what anybody say. Period. But remember that under the conditions of the Super Bowl got to be included. If you beat the Saints one time in the regular season and don't get to the Super Bowl, he not getting the ring of honor. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen right now. You know what I'm saying? Come on. He just gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? He gotta do it. So, well, yeah, we got a 53-man roster. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody excited. You know, we close, folks. We a couple weeks away. September 12th. I'm gonna see y'all in Dallas. I know I'm not the only one going to Dallas. I know there's some other folks out there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's gonna be some folks there. Probably the folks that don't watch the channel. Or Bucs fans that don't really rock with BucosLocker like that because of, you know, my personality and my attitude, whatever the case may be. That's cool. I ain't mad at them. You know what I'm saying? But I'll put out some, you know, some tweets and some Facebook posts about, you know, hey, I'm going to Dallas, get who going to the game, maybe we can link up. We link up. We don't. I ain't tripping on that. I ain't mad at you. You got some other stuff going on, that's cool. I'm still gonna do me. I'm still gonna go to these games. And I'll let y'all know when I hit these games. I'll be here. Anybody going to the game? I'm gonna let y'all know. It is. I'm one of those fans. I'm going to the game. I'm not gonna just talk about it on the channel. I'm going to the game. Get your weight up. I'm going to the game, baby. You know what I'm talking about? It's a whole lot different than sitting here talking on the channel about this football and versus going to the game and talking about it. It's a big difference, trust me. What your TV tell you and what real life tell you. Remember, reality always wins. The reality always wins over perception. So, anyway, is everybody happy with the roster? Is everybody happy with the roster? Is everybody happy with the Bucs roster? What don't you like about the Bucs roster? They went heavy offense. I think was it 27 offensive players and 23 defensive players, and that's your 3 special teams, right? What don't you like about the offense? What don't you like about the defensive setup? 27, they went heavy offense. The Bucs went heavy. They went, I say heavy offense, but they went more offense than defense. 27 players on offense, 23 on defense. Should it be 25? 25? You know, like, should it be 25-25? 26-24 defense? Like, is it y'all like the numbers? Heavy offense versus defense? Which means we can't afford injuries on the defense either. If you go heavy offense, you know, more side towards the offense, remember now you got 23 defensive players. That means you got 11 That's good to go. Your starters, right? Hakeem Hicks, Vita, Golson, right? White, David, right? Tryon Barrett, Winfield Jr., Logan Ryan, Murphy Bunting, Carlton Davis. That's your first 11. And then you got 12 more defensive players. There's your backups. 27 offensive players. 23 defensive players. What don't you like about that setup? Leave it in the chat room. Y'all arguing in there? I know y'all not arguing about. Oh, come on, guys. Can't we all just get along? Can't we all just get along? First down. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Thank you for joining a live stream here of the Bucs final roster. Folks, we here. Ain't no more excuses now. Ain't no more excuses. I don't want to hit. No, ain't no more. Hey, I ain't got no more excuses for you. I don't have any more narratives. If I had any, I don't have any more narratives. It's time to talk about some real football now. We're gonna start talking about these Cowboys. Let's put our focus and our energy to game one. Let's stop all the arguing with each other, get in your feelings. I don't like the way BucosLocker talk. I don't like the way DSG Carlos said. I don't like the way Corey said this. And I don't like the way, you know what I'm saying, good trying to be this little instigator, trying to pick sides and all that. I ain't got time for all that. We on the same ship. If you don't like me, just sit back there. But we going to the same destination. You ain't got to like me. But sit back and enjoy the show. We on the same ship. So stop all the trying to divide and, we arguing amongst each other and, you know what I'm saying, BucosLocker, look at him, he's arrogant. No. Football season here, let's talk about the Cowboys. I don't care about none of that stuff, how you feel right now. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. I want to talk about the Cowboys now. For the next video, I'm talking about Cowboys. Leave that negative stuff to yourself. This season, I'm not having that. Negative stuff. I'm not. Focus on right now. Cowgirls. The Cowgirls is the focus after this video. You want something to talk about? Let's talk about the Cowboys. After this video. All that extra stuff. The roster here, it ain't changing. You ain't gotta like Scotty Miller. You ain't gotta like Rashad Perriman. You ain't gotta like Rashad Perriman. You ain't gotta like Scotty Miller. You ain't gotta like Carl Nassib. That's fine, but they own the roster, so deal with it. Deal with it. You ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice but to deal with it. Cause trust me, I don't agree with some of the people that's on the roster. That's fine. But guess what? I'm rolling with it. I'm supporting Todd Bowles. That's what he felt like. He wanted those guys on the roster for a reason. For they provide some extra set of skills. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop all the clashing with each other and get on the same boat. I always stress that. I might be a new hashtag. Hashtag same boat. We on the same boat. Hashtag we on the same boat. You know what I'm saying? We on the same boat. A lot of us, we diehard Bucs fans. Some of us go back to the 90s, like me. I go back to the 90s as a Bucs fan. I've been through some hard times as a Bucs fan. The creamsicles, people laughing at us, blah 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 blah. I went through all that as a young teenager. Well, 12 years old, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? 9, 10, 11, 12. As a young pup, watching my team get beat on Sundays by the Lions and the Vikings and the Bears and the Packers, the NFC North. Or the NFC Central, whatever you want to call it. But Barry Sanders, Robert Smith, know what I'm saying? These terrorists, Dorsey Levens, Robert Brooks, Donald Driver, Sterling Sharp used to tear us up. Used to walk right through us. I remember those days, man. I know y'all remember that too. So I'm a Buck fan all day long. I bleed I bleed, creamsicle. Even though they got the pewter right now. I'm not the pewter era. I'm the creamsicle era. They're bringing us back in 2023. So I'll definitely get me a couple of creamsicle jerseys next year. But I bleed creamsicle colors. I bleed that that's my core right there. I still remember the smell of the cotton candy. Cotton candy. Cotton candy. I used to sell cotton candy. I'm telling you, 12 years old, 13 years old. Some of y'all don't know about that. So you never can question my loyalty. I worked at the stadium. That's how bad I wanted to be a part of the team. Facts. None of y'all don't remember the old sombrero, man, with them hard concrete. Oof. The booty hurt was sitting on them things, boy, for 2 hours. Ooh, in a 90-degree weather. Y'all don't know how hard it was, man. Team losing and you out there burning up. I was blackity black. But I made my money though. And I was watching the game. It was times I would sit down with the cotton candy tray and watch the game. Half of the stadium empty. That's the type of Bucs fan I am. I'm the one of them real ones. That's why I'm so passionate about football and my team, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, let me stop doing all this reminiscing and all that. But yeah, look, after this video, y'all know what it is. It's time for the Cowgirls. And they got issues. Y'all do know that, right? They got question marks too, just like we do. They got question marks, and we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna have a few segments about the Cowgirls and their issues and Jerry Jones, and he all in the way still. He want to be the GM, the head coach, assistant GM, the vice president of operations, president of operations, scout director. He want to be everything. And you got Mike McCarthy. We're gonna dive into all that. Stay tuned for the next video. Bucs versus Cowgirls preview. September 11th, Sunday. Don't miss that video. Anyway, shouts out to all the Powers and Sea Bandits. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. With that being said, all right, folks, buckle up. It's about to get real. Fire those cannons. Seize the day. Raise the flag. I'm not going to do all of them. Hashtag no risk, no biscuit. Hashtag facts over villains. Hashtag stay humble. Hashtag don't get mad at me. Hashtag we on the same boat. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great rest of your day and the rest of your week. See you soon. Peace.